just Poland. Just Poland. I didn't hit the other ones. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's 2026. Welcome back to Youngstown Talk Channel. I am Isaac. Sitting across from me is Luke. Joe is also right over here off camera. You can't see him, but we're the MLO bros. Joe's here representing Youngstown Studio. We are live downtown Youngstown, getting after it in 2026. First show of 2026. You can call in at any time. 330-595.
Phone lines open.
1600.
Like open them because sometimes you don't do it.
Oh, we're starting off 2026 with a fight. You guys got some beef?
Why are you looking like Eminem today?
Marshall Mathers.
Fat Eminem.
Fat Eminem. He just need to bleach his entire hair and beard. But thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you. If you haven't already, go down below, give us a like, give us a follow. We got a great show for you today.
Jesus.
We're gonna talk a little bit about local. We're gonna talk a little bit about national. Joe, if you would, well, take us through this morning. You were watching the news.
Yes, I was watching the early morning news segment, and a friend of mine, Jack Kravitz, was on there.
Okay.
And when they panned to Jack,
that's the guy who owns Kravitz and
you own the deli over in Liberty.
Freaking amazing.
He's a great guy.
Beautiful.
Awesome chef.
Yes.
Awesome chef.
Fabulous establishment.
So anyway,
local.
The guy's sitting next to Jack. Like I'm watching on my phone, so it's kind of small.
Yeah.
And I was like, BJ?
You just woke up. You're like,
BJ?
BJ's working for Kravitz now? Okay. So pull her up here for us.
Did he have a
for those that don't know BJ, who have been living under a rock, our engineer and what's his official title for us?
He is editor, production, engineer.
The guy. Okay, the man who makes the show work. Okay, he sits in the back on his computer and does fancy work to make us look beautiful and all the good shit. He edits all of our videos. So this man, he's in a band. BJ, he wears a fedora. He's also skinny and he's bald. Great dude. This guy goes on the news this morning.
Who is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it the Groundhog's Day people?
Yeah. I think he's probably with the Rotary.
Tony DeProfio from the.
It's like an evil BJ.
Okay.
By the way.
Okay. Correction. That's not a fedora. That's a top hat.
Yes.
Okay.
Totally is a top hat.
But part of me wants to go kick that guy's ass for trying to steal our boy's look.
Yeah.
You know?
There is only one person in Youngstown that wears a fedora. I'm pretty sure it is BJ.
I'm declaring war on
BJ
Dude,
from the back.
I'm just saying, you know what this makes me want to do? This makes me want to start a Youngstown Civil War, the fedoras versus the top hats. That sounds like a history lesson. You know what I mean? Like that sounds like a textbook, the fedoras versus the top hats.
I think that's fair.
Dude, fedoras win all day. But, I mean, I feel like they're going to be more gentlemanly, which actually fits our brand. We're going to be more, like, edgy.
Because is a fedora more edgy?
Fedora's more edgy, for sure.
Is a fedora more edgy?
BJ, bring that fedora out here real quick if you could, if you have time, whenever.
Yeah, the top hat needs a monocle, and that looks very
like
gentlemanly.
A suit.
Yeah, right. Little tails.
We're gonna walk up with a fedora and go.
Jets and the Sharks part
2. We're gonna have pocket knives.
Bizarro BJ, Bizarro, it is.
They're gonna have
totally
canes.
Bizarro world
They're gonna fight with canes, and we're gonna fight with pocket knives.
Mm-hmm.
They have the canes with the swords. Do you ever see those things?
Yeah,
those are
now
sweet.
He's a villain. Now he's a real villain.
Those are sweet. So Isaac, you and I have managed to piss off everyone in one day.
I feel like it started with the sale of the flags. Joe, did you hear about the sale of the flags post?
I saw about this.
Wasn't that a good idea? Wasn't that a good idea?
It's good business.
So say the post that you did.
So I called Luke and I'm like, hey Luke, I got an idea for a MLO bro post, which I don't post a lot on the MLO bros. I'm like, hey,
most of the time it's me posting.
Most of the time is Luke shit posting. I'm like, hey Luke, let's just act like we're selling flags, and let's say, hey, we're selling Venezuelan flags for $20 if anybody wants one. On sale now, flash sale, Somali flags, 50% off, $10 each. Because it's impossible to counter that argument. Because if somebody,
what argument?
You guys,
what
the
argument?
argument of you guys are pieces of shit and you're taking the right side of politics in this one because you're making fun of the left for jumping from team to team to country to country to country to country. Because the ultimate out is we're just trying to make money. Times are tough. We're just trying to make a quick buck.
Right.
And you can't say it's not a good business model.
You'd sell them.
You'd sell them.
Yeah, you got to get the
So,
Ukraine flag, the Somalia.
It started with that. Nobody likes the Israeli flag, though.
Now, if
Nobody
I
wants
take
that one.
can I trade in the Palestinian flag and,
No,
and equal
no.
trade?
Absolutely
trade,
not.
dude. There's
No
no
trades.
returns.
Absolutely no returns or trades. We're trying to make some money here.
So
that pissed off.
So
some
he
people.
starts with that, and I'm like, oh my god! He called me. I'm like, oh, dude, you go ahead, whatever, man. I mean, I'd be a hypocrite if I said don't post something to piss people off.
Right.
So then we're
Was
playing
fun.
video games. We're on the headsets. He's like, Isaac was on a roll. He's like, I got another idea. He's like, make a post that we're opening up a daycare, and I'm like, okay,
Beautiful.
okay.
Youngstown Somali daycare.
Yes.
I mean, listen. If the government is just open to fraud and stealing all of the tax dollars from the people, let's
Are those people carrying in bombs?
let's get on it while it's
Just
hot.
a bunch of people
you know?
just walked in with. Is that the new flags we ordered? A bunch of people just walked in with boxes. Is that the flags?
Looks like the people from Pluribus. If you guys haven't watched Pluribus yet, dude, it's so good. Such a good.
I'm gonna watch it.
Such a good sci-fi concept that hasn't been done before, and I'm like, at least
Sorry.
the first episode.
Back on track.
Yeah.
So Isaac says make a post about daycare. So of course I go right into my AI function and I make our two little dogs.
Youngstown Somali daycare.
There's a abandoned building in the background that says MLO Bros Daycare. and it
MLO
says
Bros Leering Center.
Leering Center, and then a little sign that says Somalis welcome. Oh, did that piss everybody off? We actually got compared to
Goebbels, Joseph Goebbels.
Joseph Goebbels, from the Nazi Party, for our
Propaganda is
advertising.
famous, really good at marketing.
Yeah.
A
And I said-
very famous propaganda.
If it wasn't for the old hate the Jew thing, I think that would be a compliment.
Right. I mean, listen, you can
Say what you
hate
want.
Hitler. You can hate his assistants. Great at marketing.
Yep.
Great at propaganda.
All right.
Great at getting a crowd going.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen,
You can say what you want.
You can disagree with them. You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Killed millions of people? Sure. Okay. Very bad, but could get a crowd going.
So then that one explodes, and we get all kinds of hate.
Perry also said, I needed one Somali flag for my new daycare center. Hey, we're capturing the market first.
No, he wants to buy it off of us. Oh, you're saying the daycare?
He's starting a daycare
Yeah,
center.
Perry
Hey,
can't open.
we
a
can't
daycare.
all have daycare
Well,
centers.
actually, you can because they're like 14 in one building.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Well, listen, Perry.
open it up right next to ours.
You
You're
can
fine.
start it, but you stay on your side of damn town.
Doesn't
we can all
matter.
milk the government of its money.
You're missing the point. We're not going to actually have kids there.
I know. I'm just saying we want all the government's money.
Yeah, we have
No.
a utility closet right
we'll
here.
share the
We'll
building
put
with
both
them and put it
daycares
up.
in the utility closet.
Yeah,
He
we'll
can
just
make his
share-
money, we can make our
we'll share
money.
rent.
See, that's not how this is going to
That
work.
is exactly how it worked. Did you watch? You didn't watch the thing, did you?
I'm going to have the
Did you ever watch the thing? You never watched it yet.
what? How they're right next to each other?
Nick
and
Shirley.
are they owned by one person? Or are they? I
Some are
watched
different
clips of them. I didn't
companies.
watch
Some
the whole
are.
thing.
Need one for Lisbon.
Yeah, you could stay over in Lisbon. That's
Yeah.
fine.
You don't have to worry about us going to Lisbon because Lisbon hates me. You're fine. you're good. So then I'm like, oh, we're on a freaking roll. We are on a roll right now. So then I'm scrolling through the news and I see these protesters downtown. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to cover all this stuff.
We get all this stuff. This is all good. It's all great.
See the protesters downtown. And I'm just scrolling through. And real quick, I'm like, as I'm scrolling through, I see like the death to the United States sign. I'm like, well, we're going to talk about that.
That sucks.
We're going to talk about that. I then see next to the death to America sign, a guy holding up another sign, former politician, local politician, Bob Hagan, out there smiling, holding, and I'm like, oh. So I post a picture of him saying, look at this scumbag next to, and we'll talk about why I don't like him in case you're not familiar. And I get all kinds of grief for that, saying we don't approve of protesters. And I'm just like, oh, you guys,
That's
like,
not. No. It was you're anti-freedom of speech.
you're anti-freedom of speech. You only agree with people protesting what you agree with. It's like,
Hey,
people
how
are-
about you go protest? Bob Hagan can go protest. That all sounds great, but like, hey, I think I'm allowed to think it's fucking stupid that somebody is holding a death to America sign because ultimately that's not what's good for anyone. So, okay.
Yeah, freedom of speech means that they could do it. You can criticize. They can be mad that you criticize, and you can be mad at them for that.
Right.
It goes
And
infinite.
remember that freedom of
infinitely
speech,
goes that way.
freedom of speech is a beautiful thing in our country because he's allowed to do that. He's allowed to have the death to America sign. that's still freaking stupid. Okay, but remember, we are very blessed in America to have that. Keep going.
And I even said that. So let's talk. That'll be our first topic. So these protesters downtown, they go down and they're all holding up signs protesting Trump going in and kidnapping basically or arresting, I guess it would be, the leader of Venezuela, the dictator of Venezuela.
Which, when that first happened, what were your opinions on it?
Well, are we going to talk about the? Okay, let's start there. Then we'll go to the protest. So let's do this in order. Okay. This is a lot. Okay, so you have, and I actually wrote this down because I was thinking, you have kidnapping a dictator leader of a country. You have Trump then saying we're going to run the country, and then the oil aspect of it. Okay, right. So you have all that stuff. So let's start. Joe.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the United States going in and
to a sovereign country,
into a country and taking a dictator leader?
Isaac and I are probably very similar.
Blowing shit up first, blowing a ton of shit up and killing some people.
What are your thoughts? This is a good one. And boy, before we start, look at me, Facebook. These are our opinions. We're allowed to have them. This doesn't mean we support whatever we're about. Or no, it does mean we support, but it doesn't mean we're bad people. We might be bad people, but we're allowed to have our opinions like you are too. People are allowed to think opposite of you. Do you understand that? That was the one thing that really pisses me off about this whole thing.
And if you don't like it, or you hate us, or you think we're bad people, or whatever, you're allowed to think that. You don't have to watch.
Right. But people have different opinions about things. That doesn't automatically make them terrible, evil, violent, terrible people because they don't agree on one topic with you. We had people in the comments like, I used to like you guys. I don't like you guys now because of this. So one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but one thing makes you not like us. I don't agree. Guess what? I don't agree with everything Joe says. I don't agree with a lot of stuff Isaac says.
Sometimes I want to punch my brother in the face for his stupid opinion.
But we still are friends. We still talk to each other.
We love each other.
Yeah,
I still kiss Joe's bald head sometimes.
You've never done that.
He's never done that.
You have literally never done that.
So when in our world and when in the world and in our country do we get to the thing where you have one topic where you draw a line in the sand and say you're either with us or against us? And I really think
the propaganda of both sides,
it's the two-party system that
say, hey, if you're not going to fit this exact narrative that we have all agreed on our team, you're a bad person. That's not how life works. Life is not black and white. Like, it is not. If you're not on with us, you're against us, and if you're not with us, you're a bad person. That's dumb.
We had somebody in the comments say Isaac and Luke are business owners. I'll never use them because they said this. Good. And they're like, they're pissing off 50% of the people. Well, I hate to tell you this, 50% of our customers don't think like you, where it's a line in the sand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have people call us for business all the time and say, I don't agree with everything you guys say, but I love you guys because you stand up for what you believe in or you're honest. So you don't want to use this for business. Fuck off.
That's the thing. That's ultimately what it boils down to. It's like, hey, you don't have to agree with us. That's totally fine. But if I were to give you some advice as a person coming from a total idiot myself, like, just stand up for what you believe in and have an opinion and
stand behind
it. You can't say we don't stand behind our word and put our faces to our word. There is nothing worse than that fake profile that's spouting all these opinions. And it's like, who are you? You know, if you can't put your name and your reputation behind your word,
or you're downtown holding up a Death to America sign with your face wrapped so nobody can see you and gloves on so you can't see their hands.
What do you stand for? What you stand for? Nothing.
Nothing.
Chaos.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Screw you and stand up. We stand up here on the computer all the time, freaking 100% saying who we are, where we live, our phone numbers, everything.
Threats.
Death threats. Yeah. I mean, screw you guys.
It's wild. But now we're rambling. Let's get back to
Joe.
to the
stealing.
So Joe's extremely uncomfortable when we start intervening in other parts of the world because we don't have a track record.
What do you mean we don't have a track record? Iraq didn't go good.
Afghanistan, Iraq,
Vietnam,
everywhere.
Vietnam did go good. Okay.
Now there are hundreds of very terrible dictators that I would love to see not be in power anymore.
Right.
But I wouldn't pluck them out and expect once they're gone that those cultures and those countries just flourish and become
the left's
westernized.
gonna love what I'm about to say, but the morning that happened, and I woke up, I think it was New Year's Day or whatever. You hear about it, and you see the video of stuff on fire, and then you hear Trump saying, "Yeah, we're taking Venezuela." It's like, dude, what the hell are we doing? You got into the presidency, and by telling everybody we're not gonna start wars, we're gonna end them, and we're not gonna do all these things, and that's exactly what you're doing. This is disgusting, and I hate it. Okay.
You don't believe this is just a law enforcement action where we take 150 fighter jets to arrest somebody?
Okay, I don't want to be.
When Poland Township comes to arrest Isaac and I hope they bring fighter jets.
I don't want to be law enforcement.
I hope they take fighter jets.
Why do we always have to be law enforcement? And when are we going to start thinking about, hey, in doing this, are we going to create more enemies or are we going to create less enemies? Because I think that
Venezuelans were celebrating.
So
they feel like friends.
So then, what does Isaac do? What does little Isaac Schuster do? And to protect those I love, if you've watched the show before, and you've been following us for a while, you know that Luke and I have direct relationships with Venezuelans in our immediate family.
Who came from Venezuela within the last 10 years.
Within the past 10 years. Maybe one of the only Venezuelans in Youngstown, Ohio. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do? Just like you should in any situation where something bad happens to a group of people that you know absolutely nothing about. Nobody likes a middle-aged white woman, Karen, who thinks she knows everything. I call my Venezuelan family member and I say, hey, bro, what the hell is this? What do you think about this?
Smart. Somebody it directly affects whose family is still in Venezuela, whose mom is 6 hours away from the capital.
I'm just a cis white male who doesn't understand anything.
You are an entitled.
Who's privileged.
Privileged, entitled white male.
So I call my Venezuelan family member. I say, hey, Venezuelan family member, what do you think about this? And he's like, number one, I remember the good times, and me and my family and I, whatever, Joe, freaking dork, they think this might be something good. This might turn into something good because socialism is bad. We've lived it. At least
that is socialism. I mean, that wasn't even socialism. That was dictatorship.
It's bad.
That's a different.
Okay, it's bad. We think that it might turn into something good, but what nobody out there is talking about, when you have changes in leadership in a government like that was a dictatorship where the people are in a very bad place, regime change comes. Okay. Him and his family, he still has family in Venezuela, is afraid of the regime change leaders. So if you cut off one head of the Hydra, but you get another Hydra after, and you're out there with signs cheering on and saying, yay, Maduro was a bad guy, Maduro was a bad guy, and somebody that is one of Maduro's friends gets in there,
just as bad.
He could go kill all the people who were against him.
Yeah. Yep.
Or let's say you go against Maduro or you go for Maduro, somebody gets in and you say, no, I liked it the way it was before. That person gets in and kills the other side. So it could be worse. Like Joe said, we don't have a history of regime changes going successfully. So there's a fear aspect to this. And if you stand up, you could get killed in the future by picking one side or the other. Once again, it goes back to we are blessed to live in the United States where we have an amazing freedom of speech to say whatever we want on either side about anything and speak up against the government. But nobody talks about that fear aspect of regime change. Now,
they keep saying the void. It's like a void that's left, and you don't know what you're going to
filling
get.
The void.
Right.
So those people down there might be very, very scared, and you don't think about that because we're so used to standing up and speaking and saying stupid shit all the time because we're allowed to. But there might be people down there that want to speak up or want to talk. They don't on either side. So keep that in mind. I would like to. Then after I got off the phone with this family member, I did a deep dive into. AKA went on ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT a bunch of questions about the history of Venezuela.
Oh, did you know you're not allowed to use ChatGPT for
law stuff now?
No, not for law, just for research in general, because the people on Facebook said that's cheating. You have to do your own research.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. I had a guy because I quoted ChatGPT said that doesn't count because it's ChatGPT.
Interesting.
Saying you need to do your. He said it was the deer stuff. I did my own research. I'm like, well, how did you do your own research? Well, books. I'm like, is it ChatGPT doing that? For
Okay.
me?
So
Sorry.
this is actually very
Infinitely more books at its.
This is very fun. Let's do a historical deep dive of using Cliff Notes of Venezuela.
Okay.
Okay.
I like
History of
this-
Venezuela.
MLO Bros.
Okay. So
Youngstown Talk
Venezuela before Chavez. Chavez was the dictator, or I'm sorry,
Can you give us years?
president who eventually would turn Venezuela into a socialist country that would eventually slip into dictatorship because that's what happened.
What years?
Okay. So
I want to hear years because I was in Venezuela.
1958.
Wasn't there then?
No.
1958.
That's when Chavez took over.
No. Let me explain. History. Venezuela,
This is serious.
1958. Venezuela becomes a democratic republic. Okay? Tell me if this sounds familiar. Power alternated between two major parties. Elections were generally free, though corruption and elite favoritism were real issues.
There you go.
Sounds super familiar to the United States. Venezuela, at that time, was considered one of the more stable democracies of Latin America. Their economy, let's talk about their economy. Their economy was mixed market-based economy, heavily driven by oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes
That's
sense.
one of the reasons why Trump's going in there and firing off bombs. Private property and businesses were protected. In the 1970s, Venezuela was the richest country in Latin America by GPT
I didn't know that.
per capita, a major destination for immigrants, including Europeans and other Latin Americans. It was even considered the Saudi Arabia of the Caribbean.
I
They
didn't know that
had
at all.
Supplied
effing
10
money.
10% of the world's
I
energy
didn't
came
know
from
in the
Venezuela.
70s.
They
I had no
had
idea.
money
Wow.
and were very successful.
Okay.
Problems that led to Chavez, problems that led to the regime change.
Corruption.
High corruption and political patronage.
Yeah.
Sounds freaking familiar.
Yeah.
Dependence on oil and little diversification of energies. Rise in inequality and urban poverty. Debt crisis in the 1980s. Does this sound familiar, guys? I
Yeah,
don't know.
sure
Sounds so familiar. Growing public anger at political elites.
God, you can say literally the United
Dude,
States. That's
this
crazy.
is like
yeah,
I was
crazy.
like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. 1992 comes along. Chavez tries to coup. He has a failed coup in 1992 against President Carlos Andrés Perez. He was imprisoned, but then pardoned.
Uh-oh.
Then in 1998, he wins. He campaigns for presidency and wins. They think it was a corrupt election, though, and he probably cheated.
Yeah. Okay.
But how he wins, he tells the people, I'm going to lead the charge against corruption and inequality.
Huh.
Wins. Okay? Bottom line, before Chavez, Venezuela was democratic.
Sounds like Trump.
It was capitalist. It was mixed market. It was relatively wealthy, but it was not perfect. It was imperfect. I'm not saying it was perfect.
Right.
There was corruption. Okay. So the quote is, right? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Love
right?
that quote.
Can I add something to
Yeah,
your
I love
list?
that quote.
Go ahead.
Because there's an element where they nationalized the energy production in Venezuela. It dropped from 10% to 1%.
So the
because
government took over running.
That was the important point of when they nationalized the free market is when it all fell apart. So
Really?
we had corruption and we had unfair elections, but the minute that they went full socialist and nationalized things
Here we
is
go.
where it died.
because
Okay,
the government
so-
can never run things properly. No matter where you are.
1999.
Yep.
1999. Chavez gets in 1998. When did they officially go full-blown socialist? That's the question I ask it next. 1999, Chavez starts changing the Constitution, which either party starts doing that shit, you got to stand up and say, this is not okay. Our founding fathers were smart,
Yeah.
and you can't let either side, Trump or whoever, start
Change.
messing with the goddamn Constitution.
Yeah. Yep.
Remember the left was trying to do it in 2020? We need to change freedom of speech because people are getting a absolutely not
Yeah.
F off. Okay? 1999, Venezuela is not officially declared socialist because of its constitution. It still defines itself as a democratic republic with private property rights. Okay? Ideology and politically in 2005, this is the key year.
Here it is.
Chavez publicly declares Venezuela to be socialist.
Mhm.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. Officially announcing the project, in quotes, socialism of the 21st century, done the right way.
Ah, boy.
Bullshit. Bullshit. From that point forward, the government explicitly identifies as socialist. Large-scale nationalizations accelerated. Price controls, currency controls, state ownership expanded.
Government takeover, right?
Mhm.
And they just took
We,
over.
and
everything.
we had 2 private oil producers that were in Venezuela
Yeah.
that the Venezuelan government took over and kicked and that's why we're
Right.
And
going
then-
to take back that infrastructure.
Yeah.
And then from there, Maduro takes over in 2013, continued and intensified the socialist system.
What happened to Chavez?
Chavez died in like,
Just natural
20
causes died.
so that's when,
That's right.
right. So Obama in 2011, was it 2011? I think one of our presidents says, "Hey, listen, bad shit's happening in Venezuela."
Yeah.
But it's a freaking slippery slope. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope. Socialism is so easy to skew into dictatorship because when you centralize that power,
Well, it's when the government takes it.
when
Yeah.
you centralize that power, it's so easy for them to say the people don't know what they're talking about, which also you hear that a lot from a certain party. The people, the greater public doesn't know what they're talking
Right.
about. We know better than them and we need to remove their power. It's freaking game over when that happens.
Well, we got all the ingredients that could be us in a decade or two.
Bro.
There's 2 things though that that differentiates. One, the Constitution that pushes against that ideology to make it really hard for socialism to take a grip. And number 2, nationalizing systems, even if it feels like it should be done,
yeah.
could solve problems. You don't do those 2 things and we
Right.
can still fight against it.
And here's the thing. Here's the defense that we have. Our system has checks and balances more so than a lot of other countries, which is very good. And I think as much as terrible as it's going to be for the people of New York, let's see how this rolls out. Let's see what happens, because if it goes to shit, it is going to affect the greatest, largest base of people that are very left wing. And when it doesn't work, they're going to be like, this doesn't fucking work.
But
What do we
even
fucking do?
that though even the states have checks and balances. So that's the difference. And where the United States people are going to have to get alarmed is when they start ignoring the checks and balances. Like that freaking, what's it called when the president makes a
Executive order.
Executive order.
Yeah,
That to me is terrifying.
right.
For Trump,
Yep.
Yeah,
for
anybody.
Biden, for anybody.
For anybody.
Executive orders should be
Yeah.
banned.
And what you need to understand, what the people need to understand,
Yeah.
when your team does it, it doesn't freaking matter.
Yeah,
it's
no.
still wrong,
Yeah.
because then you set a precedent
Yeah.
and the other team does it and you get pissed.
Yeah.
So you can't let your team do it. You can't let the other team do it
Because-
because it's all bad.
They all do. The Biden did it.
Yeah.
Trump did it. So Biden did it. The left was fine
Yeah.
with the executive orders. Trump did it. The right's fine with it. It's like that's not okay to me. Like those executive orders need to stop.
No.
I want to get your take on the filibuster and the huge push to get rid of it here in this next session. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
Okay, so right now there's a lot of things that none of the stuff can be codified, the executive orders, the budget cuts,
Yeah.
and whatnot, because in order to close those out, you need 60% majority or 60% voting in the House and Senate. You kill the filibuster, right? And now you just need a simple majority. Now
Oh,
the
boy.
Republicans
You're removing the checks and balance.
exactly.
Wow.
But if the Republicans do that and they don't think that the Democrats are going to take advantage of that when they're in
Yeah,
power,
right.
they got a new thing coming.
Right. So it's like when your party's in power, you try and get as much power as possible,
Yes,
but then
right.
it flips over. They'll be the first ones in line complaining and
Yeah,
crying
and we
about it.
all know both sides are hypocritical, and both sides play that stupid dumbass
Yeah.
card
Amen.
where they're like, hey, you guys did it before, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it worse than you because
Yeah.
you guys are pieces of crap
That's
and are
the
the
way it's
reason we're
going.
here.
That's the way it's driving down. All right. So after the history of
We got you fired up.
we
today,
do.
Isaac.
After the
But
history
that
of
was, I found that so interesting. And I'm
Thank
like,
you for the-
holy crap.
Well-
Holy crap.
well done on your research.
Yeah.
On the
it
history.
was like it was like 2 prompts too. That's the best part.
Do
It
you
was
have
easy.
a token ethnic group in your orbit? Every single ethnic group is represented. You have a black guy that
We
you
have a
go
lot.
to.
Oh, listen,
a
we have a
Venezuelan
lot.
guy.
We have a lot.
By the way, let it be known that I talked to my black correspondent, and he would like to say that Luke does not have a black friend. Okay, that person is my black friend and not Luke's black friend. Luke needs to get his own black friend.
We can't have the same black
Nope,
friend.
Can't. Sorry, I knew him longer. I have black friends. You, in fact, do not. Racist.
I have lots of
You
black friends.
Racist. Pig.
I have lots of black friends. I play basketball with
Is there
lots
like
of black
one
friends.
black guy in the area? Is this what the struggle
Like,
is?
are we
they
fighting
rare?
over O'Keel? You know,
Yeah.
I don't need any more black friends. I have O'Keel.
keep O'Keel. I'll go get my own.
Yeah, go get your own. Racist. Bigot.
When Isaac comes in here, I'm going to ask Isaac if he'll be my friend. I need a male guy to come in here. Hey, Isaac, will you be my
What if
friend?
he's like? What if he's like? No.
No, what if he's like, no, you're a racist, and walk out? Aw. All right, so Isaac, dictator stealing.
So that's where it's like the people on the left who are saying no, the people of Venezuela don't know what they're talking about by cheering in the streets. They're dumb and they don't realize regime change is bad. Hey, I will always be. I completely switched sides and said I am on whatever side the Venezuelan people want.
There we go.
So I jumped ship and I was like, okay, maybe it was worse than what I was realizing, and this might be good for Venezuela.
Devil's advocate.
Okay.
North Korea. You go in there and steal that guy,
Yeah,
and the people cheer. Is that okay?
of course.
So you are
So now it's a slippery. Yeah.
So
I know.
you are okay.
Why haven't we done that one?
Cuba.
That's my question.
Cuba.
Why haven't we like?
Dude.
Why him? Why haven't we done North Korea?
Well, Cuba.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. Cuba's next, and the Cubans are like, whoa.
Why don't we go?
Colombia, Cuba.
Yeah, all the Mexican president's like, hey, Trump, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Okay. Can
Cuba.
you guys?
Well, let's go take off Cuba.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't.
So, but the people be happy. That's
Right,
the way you're.
right.
That's the line you're saying.
So I think it happened. Like, you do more research on it. You think it happened because there were talks from other dictators around the United.
China was in Russia.
And
Was
Russia.
in Venezuela last
So
week.
they're talking.
Yeah.
Like, that is a major threat
Uh-huh.
to our hemisphere.
Yeah.
And it's like our side of the world. And I think that's why they went in there.
Well, because China was there the week before. China
Yeah.
was there the week before talking to that guy.
So we probably had that place mic'd up. We had that place bugged.
Oh, I'm sure there
And
were
they're
spies.
like, "Hey,
and
we're
everything.
gonna do this to the United States." The United States is like, "Oh, we got
The hell
super
you
spies.
are."
We got super spies in there, and we're gonna go take that guy out."
Yeah.
That's probably what happened.
All right. So my
But
take.
I don't want to be like being Joe said from the beginning. Why are we the police officers of the world?
But you just said it was okay.
Only when it's a direct threat to us should we step in. Only when it's like people are like, "Hey, we're gonna do another 9/11."
So if it's a threat to the. So
Yeah.
was this guy?
I
a
think
threat?
there's
So
more
was
info
this guy?
obviously the public doesn't have.
So what about an economic threat? What if countries are ganging up and they're going to take over energy supply and they're going to starve out the United States? Is that a threat big enough to do something?
I don't know. This is when I'm going to start saying I'm just a dumb idiot who doesn't know anything.
See, he's bowing.
What if our oil prices are going up real high
Yeah.
and we need to get oil?
Yeah, is that a threat?
Is that a threat?
Depending on your
The economy?
Well, according to Trump, we no longer have to worry about oil.
oil's good.
Oil is fine, guys. We're good. We now own Venezuela.
All right.
In Greenland, you're next.
And-
that is so dumb. By the way.
Canada is so pissed.
Why do we have a leader that says, "Hey, we own Venezuela now"? Like, that is
Canada's
so
pissed. By the way,
freaking-
your guys up north, they were leveraging us with their oil because
Now
had
they
a ton
can't
of it.
leverage us
They
anymore?
can't- They're
Trump's
so
like,
pissed.
"Hey, Canada, check out these oil barrels we got. Hey, doesn't it look cheap? It's very cheap." You know what?
I
Trump's
want to
just like,
move. I do. I want to move to Canada so bad, but I don't think they'll take us anymore.
No,
I don't think we're
you're
allowed. My take on this, honest to God, I was thinking about this. I'm with you guys. If it's a threat, like a legit threat,
But we won't know about it as civilians. They would never freaking tell us. So I'm
How
assuming
close?
it was
Yeah.
really bad.
so they're using the drugs running as a threat. Like that's their they
That's
even
the-
said
yeah.
that's their weapon,
Yeah. But then it really quickly switched to oil. Did you notice that?
dude.
It was
he
really
straight
quickly
up
like,
said
hey.
oil.
Yeah. Yeah, which I don't like that.
He said, first off, I'm watching this, and I'm eating lunch. It's like 11 o'clock. Eating lunch. Mom and dad are over.
Yeah. We're gonna run Venezuela for a while.
He starts with that, and I'm like, what did you just say, right? And then he's like, well, and it's the oil. It was all about. He's like, we now gonna have all this oil, access to this oil, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna bring our oil companies in. And I'm like, bro, you're saying like I'm like, first off, this is the Gobble. What's his name?
Goebbels.
This is my Goebbels marketing. Should have probably said we're going to help we're going to help the Venezuelan government transition into a democracy.
Yeah,
and not even bring up the oil, right?
Yeah.
Right. And Venezuela was feeding Iran. Iran was sanctioned on oil. Venezuela was sending oil to Iran.
Isaac.
All right, man.
Isaac.
He has a question for
I
you.
have a
Very
question.
important.
Will you be my friend?
Yeah, be friend.
Yeah. Screw you, Isaac. You want to tell him why?
Isaac, you want to
Tell
know
him
why he's asking
Tell
you to
him
be his
why.
friend?
Tell him why. This
So,
is terrible, by the way. Go ahead.
My roommate from college. I come from South Range, cornfields, no black friends. Okay. I went to college, went to YSU. I have my best man, or one of my groomsmen in my wedding, black dude named O'Keel. He grew up in Akron. My roommate in college, now one of my best friends. He said, I'm the only one that's allowed to claim him as my black friend.
I'm not allowed in.
Luke's not allowed to be his friend.
Man.
He's got to get a new black friend.
You ain't allowed in.
Yeah. No. So I was like, when Isaac walks in here, I'm asking him to be my friend.
Because we were both claiming him, and O'Keel's like, no, Isaac, I'm your friend, not Luke's.
Screw you, Isaac. I got another.
All right.
Screw you, O'Gale. Thanks, Isaac.
Thank you, Isaac, for letting
Isaac,
us
when's
be.
your birthday? I got to get you a birthday present.
April.
'cause
He's
you're
an
my
April
friend.
baby, too.
No, I'm a May baby.
Oh, you're May.
Oh,
You Lucas, too.
I'm a May.
When in May? When in May?
when in May?
May 7th.
Oh, dude, I'm May 10th.
Yeah, you guys are close.
I'm going to get your birthday present, Fred.
George the Bull.
Yeah, let's do it, buddy.
Yeah.
Screw you, O'Keel. Screw you, Isaac. I have a new friend.
Still doesn't count. He's not close enough. He's just a mailman. You only see him once a week.
I
talk
see
to
him
O'Keel.
more than
I talk
see
to O'Keel
him.
daily. Doesn't
I
count.
see him more.
Does not
I
count.
see him more than you see O'Keel.
Does not. No.
You see O'Keel more than two
Yeah.
times a week?
Yeah,
No,
totally.
you don't.
We actually see him
Listen,
twice a week.
I'm sensing that Luke's trying to break you and O'Keel up. He's putting some doubt in your head that maybe
He's been
maybe
trying for
O'Keel's
years.
cheating on you with
He's
other
been-
white dudes.
He's been trying for years. O'Keel better not be cheating on me with other white dudes.
All right.
Back to this. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so
we're gonna get serious again.
Venezuela was feeding Iran, which is an enemy of ours, with oil,
Recently.
bypassing the sanctions.
Why?
So that gets
Why
cut
would
out.
Iran take oil from halfway across the planet?
Doesn't
You could
Iran
just
have a
get-
ton of
Nobody
oil?
can sell we have put sanctions on them because they were feeding that oil.
Doesn't Iran have a bunch of oil, though?
They do, but it's not being produced. Just like other dictatorial countries, they can't figure out how to
How to
make
do
their
it.
reserves.
Which is also what Venezuela has a problem, because it's like I was reading something that's like raw crude oil. They can't.
the best oil in the world.
Okay,
comes from
I
Venezuela.
need history lesson here. Julie Todd says, according to Stephen Miller, we can take over the hemisphere because of the Monroe Doctrine. I can't
Manifest
remember
Destiny,
what the,
Monroe Doctrine, Donroe Doctrine for it's Monroe, but
yeah, that's what I-
Donnie said Donnie.
Yeah, it's been a minute since history class when I
yeah.
learned about the
Let's
Monroe Doctrine.
let's do Monroe Doctrine.
So, well, he's doing that.
The other excuse was we set up their oil to get it out of the ground, so we should get a piece of that pie, and they haven't given us enough. That was the other.
Well, they were our companies that were nationalized and taken from us, so we're just going to put our companies back in there.
Yes.
They're going to produce. We're going to pay back what they owed us from what they stole.
Yeah.
And then we'll turn it over to Venezuela.
So
for
like,
their
why
own-
not? If you guys want to be like, if the United States wants to, like, hey, Venezuela, you're welcome for fixing your dictator situation. We have helped using what we have, which is our military power. You're going to help us.
That's what they're doing.
You're going to help us pay down our debt, and every barrel of oil you sell, 10% of that is going to go towards our debt.
Isaac,
Why don't we do that?
he literally said, Trump literally said in his speech, we're going to bring in our companies,
Okay.
and our companies are going to be compensated for the stuff they do from the oil. And we're going to use he basically said we're going to use the oil.
Yeah, but why can't, like, the presentation was all off. You gotta sound like you gotta
100%.
sweep in and
Yeah,
swoop
yeah.
in and say you're the hero.
Yeah, no,
We're
there
gonna
was.
bring freedom to the people of Venezuela.
Trump doesn't do that. That's the problem.
Not
dumb.
his thing.
And I swear he's reading Okay, so he's reading the thing. Okay,
He's like, this isn't
No,
jazzy enough.
you
I need
can
to
watch
jazz
him.
it up.
If you watch, he's reading the thing, and then when he looks away, he says, "We're going to run the country."
It's like,
Not on the script.
No, there is no way.
define
that was on the-
run.
Yeah, there is no way. And then he looks back down and starts reading again. I swear you could see Rubio in the background go like this. What the?
And here's the thing: when you say that, you then open up the left-leaning propaganda to say, "Well, Trump's a dictator of Venezuela now."
Yeah,
That's what that means. He's going to be the dictator.
But I am. But my take on this is
it's
like
just stupid. It's
I
just dumb.
do not. Back to I'm going to make my final comment here on the dictatorship. I do not, unless there is a direct, proven threat, you cannot go in there and take somebody. What?
Uh-oh.
What? Is there a guy with a gun? What is it?
Worse.
Who is it? Oh, Jesus! It's our dad.
It's Fred Schuster.
He brought us.
Do you guys get scared for a second?
I did. I was like, "Oh, this is it."
Dude, if there's a guy with a gun, I'm not warning you guys. I'm jumping.
It's the
that way.
Venezuelans.
I am jumping. No, you guys get no warning. I'm going to hide with DJ.
Come on in, Pop.
See, this is why we lock the door.
I got a conspiracy theory for you too.
Hi, Pop.
You come to talk about Venezuela?
I just brought these donuts in for Joe Danyi because he's so cheap.
Here, go
And
sit
he
down.
won't take me to
Why
lunch.
don't you ever take our dad to lunch?
You know who
And-
takes him to
and
lunch?
sit-
I do on Wednesday.
Oh,
Dad,
my
Dad,
goodness.
come sit here. Sit on my side.
I got you little munchkin.
Here,
Oh,
sit,
that's so sweet.
Oh,
I won't be insulted by that at all.
Come sit on my side. Don't sit on Luke's
Only because you haven't taken me to lunch.
Our dad's
I know.
here.
I know we got to do that.
Can you go back to the comments?
Okay.
Let's get back to the comments.
You want to do the Monroe Doctrine at all and say what that is?
The Monroe Doctrine, articulated by 1823.
Yeah.
Come on.
Very-
was
very
a U.S.
recent.
foreign policy warning European powers against further colonization or interference in the newly independent nations of the Western Hemisphere, establishing separate spheres of influence.
You got to come this way, Dad.
So we could basically use the sphere of influence to wow. That's crazy. Hey, Pop.
Monroe Doctrine was a very good thing when it was put in.
Stand up real quick if you can.
What's that? You like it? Oh, by the way, this is our dad, Fred, by the way.
I've come in because Joe's so cheap.
Oh my god.
Joe, why don't you ever take our dad to lunch like you promised?
I know. I did
And
promise
bought-
that.
I bought 25 munchkins because if I bought big ones,
You got to
Luke
talk. You got to talk right here.
would eat them all.
I'm not eating. I'm on a diet.
And
Look,
so-
guys, as my hairline goes back, you can see the similarity.
Dude, why is your hairline so far
It's
back?
so bad.
What?
I'm just gonna shave my head, dude.
Is it?
Look
Is
how
it
cute
farther
we
than
are.
mine?
Yes,
you have
it
curly
is.
hair.
His is farther than mine.
Yes,
Wow.
he's gonna be a Fred too.
He's going to be Fred, too.
And I bought 25 because I figured Joe doesn't buy his employees anything.
Do you not
So-
buy your employees?
I don't.
He never buys us shit. Excuse
No.
my language, Dad. Now that you're here, I have to
I'll
be
buy
careful.
stuff if I'm leveraged into it, but not
We have to leverage you to
do.
buy us
Leverage
stuff?
you do, yeah.
You know what we need to do, Isaac? We need to lead a military force to Joe. We're gonna take a we're gonna
Joe, these are
Yeah,
funny.
yes.
You can have
Get
one
crumbs
Joe.
all over Joe's electronics.
we are gonna come in and take over.
I can't do it.
Get-
Thank you,
um,
Fred,
Get
though.
some crumbs all over his electronics.
I don't want to.
I know. I'm trying to. The new year was rough.
Oh,
like
dude.
the
I
holidays,
get like 10
eating like
pounds.
crap. Yeah.
So what do you think, Pop, about? Oh, you know what, Pop? Let's ask Pop. What do you think of us going in and taking the dictator out of the country?
I didn't think it was right.
You don't think it was right either.
Right there, Dad.
See, he
No.
doesn't think it's right.
That's right.
It-
Us
it-
reasonable people agree.
He should have. What we should have done was totally embargoed the country.
Weren't we doing that though?
No,
No.
we weren't.
Were we
were
blowing up
permitting-
ships? That were
well, we were permitting other ships to go into the country.
okay.
Which supplies and things like that.
So we should have embargoed them first.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't an embargo torture the people in Venezuela?
Yeah, it would have tortured our brother-in-law's mother.
That's what
probably.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you
it
torture
would have,
the
but
people.
it would,
Dad, freedom.
but it would
Freedom.
it would have caused people to rise up like they are doing. You have to understand it. It's a oligarchy
Yeah.
that runs that country.
So somebody said, "So happy to see a boomer represented."
Yes. About time, right? They continually hassle us, and they have a boomer in the family.
Most entitled generation.
The boomers.
We wrecked the Joe Danyi group and the Luke Schuster. Not
Yep.
so much Isaac Schuster.
Look how cute this old boomer is. Look how cute he is.
Look at Joe Daniel. He's got a head like I do.
He does.
Yep.
You said you went bald at like 20, right?
Oh yeah, way early. But I
Wow.
started shaving in my 20s.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Bald.
Bald.
If I shave
Wow.
my head, my wife will kill me, but I want to.
Do it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
No, but I can do the Trump though. Like I just do the Trump.
That's like me. My hair is curly too. I can
do
totally
the, I
go
just
up.
do the Trump. You know?
all right.
That looks great.
I just wanted to.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, Pop.
Yeah, I don't want to
Is
take.
there anything
over
else you
your
want to
show.
say?
Well, yeah, let's.
What do you want to talk? What are 3 things that really piss you off about your sons, or something like that? You know,
Well, let me tell you the story
you got
about
to
Luke.
talk into the
Oh.
mic.
Let me tell you the
Boomers
story
and
about
technology.
Luke. Luke, I was at a doctor's office in Hubbard, Ohio. Tell you about Luke.
He's a pharmaceutical sales rep. by
yeah,
the
I
way.
was a
This is
pharmaceutical sale and a medical equipment rep.
He sold the wiener medicine.
Yeah, I saw. No, I did not.
I think you
didn't
did.
sell Viagra?
No, I did not. No, but
I thought-
anyhow,
I
I
thought
was
he
in
did.
Hubbard, and I'm looking at my mail, and there's a thing that says no money given to Luke Schuster. I said, what the heck?
What do you mean no money given to Luke?
He was on the grants and stuff going to Westminster.
Oh, this was when Luke was in college.
Yes.
He screwed up his scholarship. Okay.
Yeah, he screwed up his scholarship. So his father drives to Westminster from
Did you hear
Hubbard.
the story?
Drives to Westminster from Hubbard, Ohio, and goes to his dorm. Goes to his frat house.
No, the dorm. You were in the dorm. It was the dorm.
Well, no, I went to the frat house first.
We're at frat house first. I wasn't there.
And then he wasn't there. They said Luke's not permitted to live here. So I called the office and said to the lady, I'm looking for Luke Schuster because there's money he owes, his parents owe, and what's going on? And she says, well, I can't give you that information. I'm not permitted to give you his room number, his dorm number, because he's 18. I said, well, you have a choice. You have a choice. You can give me the room number, or I'll come into the president's office and sit there until he comes in and I'll find it out. She finally says, okay, under the cover, don't tell anybody. I'll give you his room number. Went to his room.
I should sue Westminster for that.
Yeah.
It's a breach.
Also, side note, I have a question for you. Fred Schuster used to wear suits, and he used to wear a trench coat, and he used to wear a big hat.
Well, let me tell you.
When did you get away from hats? What year was that? That was like right before
Well,
my
that's-
very eyes. It was just gone one day.
You still wear a hat every now and then, don't
Yeah, I wear
But
this
you used to
shorter.
wear like brimmed hats,
Yeah,
like cowboy
The
hats.
problem now is most cars aren't high enough for Luke and I and us tall guys. to
you? In
wear
your
these.
car, I hit it when I hit my
Yeah,
head.
They dropped the ceiling. But anyhow,
So imagine just to set the picture for you real quick. You're working at a college, okay? You're working as a desk lady. A guy wearing a trench coat.
No.
I called.
He
her.
called.
So she says to me, gives me his room number. I go to the room. I knock on the door. There's no answer. I hear this music playing. I go to the next door. I open the door. Walk in. I go in and
Again, he's in a trench coat and a hat.
and I'm at that
and a
time,
shirt and tie.
and I'm
Yep.
6'5" at that time. I walk in, I go in, and they had separated the rooms into a sitting area, into a bed area.
Bedrooms, yep.
So I went in and I sat down on the couch. I'm waiting. In walks this student, and he goes, "Oh!" I go, "I'm here. Tell me where Luke Schuster's at." I stood up when I said this, and then the kid goes, "Oh my God!" And you can continue. And I say, he goes to me. He's not. He's at the library, and I knew he was lying to me. I knew my son was not at no library. So I left until it said, "Tell him I'm looking for him."
So my roommate Bressler is a skinny little soccer player, right? And I'm in the computer lab. Now back then we didn't have laptops, there were
I also
computer
weigh
labs.
239
Yeah.
pounds back then.
So the phone rings in the computer lab, and the computer guy, the guy that's working there is like, "Luke, you got a phone call." I'm like, "What?" This is before cell phones, you know what I mean? So I pick up, and it's Bressler, my roommate, and he's like, "Luke, what did you do?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What did I do?" He's like, the mob's looking for you. Were you gambling? What happened? I'm like, Bressler, what are you talking about? He goes, "I just walked into our room. There is a huge guy with a hat and a trench coat and a suit demanding I tell you where you are. What did you do?" I'm like, "Was he really tall? And was he really mean?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh shit, it's my dad." He's like, "Run!" I was like, "Where do you?" He's like, "I sent him to the library, but you got to get out of here." So I'm like, oh my God. I go running out. I run to my car and I drive off campus.
Yeah.
Just run. I go to like
now, wait
Maria.
a second. Don't think Isaac was sweet either, because I was traveling across the country on.
trouble ever.
Oh,
I
you
get
got
a
in
phone.
trouble
I
all
got
the
a.
time.
I got a phone call from his mother. There are police outside our house looking for your son. I said, "Oh my goodness, what did he do?" They're cop cars
Yeah.
all over the place, she says. And I'm in California, and she goes, I said, what do you want me to do? Take care of Isaac. I can't help you.
Where'd you guys? Did you toilet paper?
We toilet paper the neighbor, and then when I really got in trouble was when I was talking back to the police officers.
Yeah, does that surprise us?
But wasn't Joel hiding in a bush and the cops are walking around?
Yeah. Joel never got caught, but we got caught. We were just toilet papering a neighbor's house, and the cops like, that's vandalism. You're gonna get in trouble. All this
No,
stuff.
it's
you
not.
were running away from. I was like, listen, officer, go. Like he's like, I'm gonna go talk to them and see if they want to press charges. And I'm like, good, go. I know them.
Yeah.
They're these people. I know them from school. It's not a big deal. He's like, you don't need to be like. I'm like, I'm just telling you. we're not gonna
Imagine
get in
us getting mouthy with authority.
Yeah, that was my
Kid-
thing. What
kid-
did you always tell me growing up? What was your thing to me whenever
Tell me.
you said, watch your lip, boy. Watch your lip. Your lip's gonna get you into trouble.
And it hasn't helped, has it,
Oh.
folks?
Look
I
at me
can't-
here using my lip.
I gotta go. I can't.
All right.
handle this.
Goodbye, Pop. See ya. Nice hat. He's wearing a hat.
Yeah, but this is a short hat.
See you,
want help
Pop.
walking out.
Oh, careful. Don't fall. There's a lot of stuff on the floor.
Cord.
Help him out, Isaac. Help him out.
Good seeing you, Fred.
Bye, Pop. Thanks for
And
the
if
donuts.
those of you who don't know, Fred is
He called
talk
you.
show royalty.
He is, right?
Talk show royalty.
He calls all the time.
Went under the persona of Ed from North Lima on WKBN.
Okay.
100%. Yeah, him. Yeah, he called like Dan Rivers, and they all knew who he was because he would drive around in the car and call.
Mhm.
So
Who would have thought my dad for years saying, watch your lip. Your mouth is gonna get you into trouble. It's got me into so much trouble.
he was so accurate.
he was so right.
He called
He
it
was so right.
So before Fred came in, I
Yeah.
asked Isaac if you guys were open to a conspiracy theory with Venezuela.
Let's
Were you
hear
open
it.
to it?
Oh boy,
I love this.
let's hear it.
And I'll fact check
Okay.
myself to
Okay,
see if
let's
there's
hear it.
any
Is it
grounding.
aliens?
Huh?
Is it aliens?
Aliens? No, not aliens.
Nothing. God, that's no fun.
Is it?
So-
Wait,
Yeah.
is it oil?
It's not oil.
Because for some reason, here's the thing, real fast, before you go off on your conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Why are people like on Facebook saying, "Oh, we did it because of oil"? No shit. That's exactly like he said that, right? Like that was one of the reasons.
And then it's
100%.
quickly, it's not even going to affect our oil for like 5 years is the other thing.
I don't
But
understand.
it's like, and then the right, just to pick on the right after picking on the left, the right's like, he is such a genius. He is the smartest man. Like
He's not.
I'm like, he went on there and said that it was all planned. This is all a part of his plan. I'm like, what are you talking
that was
about?
not. Yeah, that was
That
not.
was so stupid.
Yeah, that was not
Just
how
like
you
the
do
blacks. He's doing it just to pick up. It's the White House of the United
Yeah,
States
it's
of
stupid.
America.
That is
This
so
is
dumb.
So
He's-
dumb.
Somebody gets lucky a lot, I guess, is what
Right.
it is,
Like,
right? I mean,
what?
that's the way I take it. Like Trump says stuff, and I think he gets lucky.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
All right, what do you got?
So here we go.
All right, conspiracy theory on Venezuela.
So the conspiracy theory is that Venezuela and China and Russia were used to affect the 2020 election. Okay. And a popular voting electronic device, right, was also headquartered in this area.
So they were rigging it.
So they were rigging it. They were influencing the election. And if you have Maduro in custody and he's able to deal, he can out the participants within the United States that were complicit in that election scheme.
Juicy.
Okay, so if we can get them to out who was involved and who got the payouts and
Yeah.
how they rigged it,
Yeah.
this might be a continuation of the Trump, it's rigged 2020.
Really? They actually, that's funny you said that because I was watching somebody talk, I don't know who the hell it was actually commenting saying the information this dude has is more beneficial than the oil
Ooh.
in the ground.
I like that. That's juicy.
Venezuelan Dominion. Really? AI voting machine conspiracies fill information vacuum around. Really?
Let's see what
But
that's
okay, so my question would be: is this just another right-wing conspiracy?
Yeah, I don't know, Joe.
in order to make it a good move when it was actually stupid.
Yeah.
Well, no. If they start going after election integrity right away, we know that conspiracy theory had a little bit of teeth.
Wow. I don't know. I don't see how Venezuela can corrupt our system, but who knows? But the Chinese and Russians probably can, right?
Well, it looks like Trump hinted Venezuela rigged 2020 election.
What in the world? That was a month ago, too.
Trump hints support for fringe theory.
Trump hints support for this is a month ago. Donald Trump on Sunday appeared to endorse a
So that's why
discredited
Trump would love to go in
theory that Venezuela
prove
leadership
it.
controls electronic
and then
voting
be like,
software
I am all
worldwide.
knowing, I know everything, and I'm smarter than you.
5G chess.
Venezuela's leadership controls electronic voting software worldwide caused by the Trump's increasingly policy toward Venezuela is driven by concerns about immigration and truth. But the president's new comment made True Social hints this hostility towards Venezuela may also be based on the outlandish and plausible theory. How can Venezuela rig our system? I've been to Venezuela even before 2005 when this dude took over, and it was not. They had. I mean, there's no.
Well, if their government has influence over people in our state or our capital, and they could get away with things, and if they're close enough to our borders, they have the support of China and Russia.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I agree with Julie that how do you know like Maduro's backed in a corner in jail? He could just say now China and Russia did it.
Heck, absolutely. That's why this is going to be messy no matter what. And to play these games, like you got to be really good at it or lucky. And
Louise
if
said,
you're
what a
Trump.
treat. Pop Schuster, funny bro stories. Love it. Mike Firmso says, Dad went to the frat house first to hit the bong first, right, Pops? Dad would never hit a bong because he believes the same as the boomers.
Weed
that
is bad.
The devil's lettuce is as bad as heroin because of. Did you hear about that whole theory that they're all convinced of that because of regulations that were passed to make it a Schedule 1 drug?
Weed?
And it was like, who was the president's wife that was like, say no to drugs?
Nancy Reagan.
Nancy Reagan, yeah.
It was all just a play.
All right, let's move on from Venezuela.
He loves Nancy.
Somali daycares.
Oh yeah, let's do Somali Day.
Somali daycares.
Yeah.
Did you watch the special?
I did.
Did you watch? You didn't watch it.
I just watched clips from it.
42 minutes of awesomeness. Like you got to watch it.
Guy, just to describe it real fast, and you have to watch it. It's on YouTube. The guy's name is Shirley.
Yeah.
Just go Shirley Somali Daycare. You can find it. It's amazing. Him and a guy who sounds like he's been researching this forever, and he sounds like a wacko. The guy that was with him was kind of crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Go around to daycares in Minnesota, Somali daycares, and there's no kids. There's like this vans look like they haven't moved. They're blacked out windows. They try and ask questions. They either there's nobody there.
Daycare have blacked out windows,
so you can't see the kids.
Yeah. Protect the kids.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
But there's no playground.
Such a good ploy,
right? And
it's foolproof.
basically, and I didn't know this. This is the thing. I did some research. Daycares, they get a lot of government funding.
They sure do.
Tons and tons and tons of government. I didn't know that.
It's too good. You got to find a way to make money on
Healthcare companies, like the ones like the senior healthcare companies, that they all get government funding to help. And I had no idea.
Some of it Medicare, Medicaid, and then some of it are block grants.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Maybe we start a senior living daycare, and I'm in charge of it. I'm gonna. You know who I'm gonna be like? The guy from Billy Madison, or the guy from Happy Gilmore.
You will go to sleep.
You will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
I got.
My fingers hurt. Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping dude.
He's on the phone. It's like
My fingers
he's
hurt.
like, come on, this is hand quality made shit right here. Making fucking.
My fingers hurt.
So, anyways, they go around,
It's gonna be awesome.
and there's nobody there. There's nobody, and like all the like millions. I think it was like $1 billion. It was something crazy amount of money just with the daycares they went to, where there was nobody there. These people were getting very hostile. The defense of the daycares, the people were saying it was like an off time. There wasn't anybody there. You wouldn't. What were some of the other stuff that people were saying on Facebook? It was like, of course they're not going to let you in and answer questions. But like this guy was like, hey, I just want paperwork to get my kid in. And it wouldn't give him paperwork. Like it was bizarre. So I'm really curious to see where this goes.
And the thing that's sad is like they just like there's no, hey, watch the video and just try and keep an open mind about why this could be bad. It's nope, he's a scam artist. He hates people. He's a bigot.
He doesn't
terrible,
like
terrible
Somalians.
person. And like doesn't matter if he was just asking questions. They were leading questions in a court of law that's called leading, and he's a piece of shit. It's like, bro, just try. Just try to keep an open mind, and maybe you'll see that this isn't good, and we should just fix the system. Like,
Did you see
What
what
are
DeWine?
we
You see they were
doing?
saying about it's
I
like
was
real
gonna
bad,
ask you,
real
yeah.
bad in Columbus. And DeWine said fraud is something you deal with.
Yeah. Did you see what he said though, as far as how they make payments in Ohio now? So the block grants are that you have a capacity for X amount of kids and you get paid on your capacity. He says that they are going to switch to how many people show up and you get the money for it. So if you only get 40 people, you get paid for
That
40
makes
people.
sense.
Absolutely.
Listen,
But he literally said fraud's part of it. Did you hear him say that?
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, fraud happens.
if you were at your
What?
job, and you were doing all this shady shit, and then you use the excuse of, that just happens sometimes. Like, you would be fired immediately.
Dude, in banking,
Why?
we are watched like hawks.
Right.
Mhm.
By the government.
By the government.
Who watches these freaking losers that are saying stuff like that? Like, it makes, like, I totally get why the right is like, we're not paying taxes this year. Like, if they're going to say, that this is okay and they're not using our funds correctly, we're not paying taxes. Like, I don't blame anyone who says that because this is ridiculous. Like, things need to change and they're not changing anything. Nothing ever changes.
And if somebody on Facebook or YouTube wants to go and do an investigation with his phone, and find something, do it. Because guess what? The media's not freaking doing it.
Right.
The cops aren't doing it. Nobody's doing it.
Right.
You and I and Joe are a result of this. People watch us because they're not happy with the freaking news and the way it works.
And then everybody stands around after, all the people that don't like what he has to say stand around and say, how can somebody like this be so successful when he's a giant piece of crap and he's just a scam artist? Because
he's just doing it for the clicks.
Yeah,
right?
he's just doing it for the clicks. He's a bad person. He's this
crazy.
It makes sense because nobody else is doing anything.
Yeah.
The news isn't covering it because they're afraid of their sponsors or whatever. So you really wonder why it's working?
Yeah, he had to go around, and when he did that, he had to go around with armed bodyguards because he was afraid the Somalians were going to do something to him.
Dude,
they got aggressive, like a couple in that video.
Very aggressive. But he had. I don't think if he would have had the security there, he would have gotten stabbed.
January 10th is my first lesson.
Why open your? Oh, here's Julie. Here she is. Why open your mind to misinformation, Isaac? Give me some real investigation, and I'll listen. Why would any daycare open their doors to a guy that shows up 8 masked guys with cameras? Did you
watch any of the clips?
Did you watch it, Julie? Because what about all the daycares in the same buildings? What about all the businesses in the same building? You're picking?
How many daycares were there in one building?
Like 3,
They're just all
4,
competing
and then the
daycares?
healthcare one had like 12.
Wow.
There is nothing wrong, Julie, with asking questions and doing it. Now, I agree. If my kid was in a daycare and somebody come in and said that, I wouldn't want him in there either. But if you watch the video, you can see something shady's going on. Like
where are all the kids at?
Yeah, you can see. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. There were a lot of questions.
Is there zero fraud, Julie? Is there zero fraud happening in any of those daycares? I bet it's not zero.
Yeah.
If you sit in the parking lot of a daycare, you could see what activity at a daycare looks like.
Yep.
You have instructors coming in, you have kids being dropped off, something.
Joe,
you
you should
to an
go
empty
around.
parking lot.
They had neighbors saying, "I've never seen a kid go."
Anybody come in here.
Yeah.
Right. It's suspicious at the very least.
Joe, you and I are going to go do a stakeout at a daycare.
Just sit outside of all the local daycares in giant vans with sliding doors. You're going to black out all the windows and you're going to go to every daycare. Just sit outside, see what happens. I think that's a great idea. You guys go do that. I'm going to stay back and just hang out.
You film it.
I'll just stay.
We got to put some kind of cover on the side of the van. Like, what should we put on the
Free
candy?
candy.
Yeah, something that would not raise
Ice cream
suspicion. Free candy.
Ice cream truck.
I'm just going to stay back and definitely not call the cops.
One guy that spoke with Nick said he attempted to look at the daycares for his grandchild and nobody showed him the building or gave him information. They just told him he had to leave. He had no cameras, just him. Dems don't like to look at any real fraud because we have to address all fraud. I don't know I don't think it's a Dem or a Republican thing.
This really doesn't have anything to do. Like the left and right have taken sides.
I don't understand that.
This does not have to be a left or right thing. If there's fraud of any kind, if there's corruption of any kind on either side, out, gone immediately, gone. See you later. Get out of
My
here.
point is that why only Somali daycares in a time when Somalis and immigrants? I mean, that's what they were focusing on. I'm sure there's fraud all over. Isaac and I want to open up a daycare now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
we'll accept
and
all
Julie,
children.
I'm sure there is a little bit of the right taking it and using it and warping it in their own way to say
100%.
all Somalis are bad. I'm sure there are some pieces of crap that are doing that.
I'm not even.
Which isn't right.
Here's the thing. I'm not even looking at it, and I'm not even looking at like the Somalis. I'm looking at it just daycares in general. Like you said, people are defending this. Oh, you're going after the Somali. That's not
right. It's not about who's doing the fraud.
Is fraud.
Unless, though, it's orchestrated where they use the population to do the fraud, and it took people above and below them to pull it off. Now, it is a Somali problem,
or they're
not just a
taking the
general
money and
fraud
sending
problem.
it back to Somalia,
Which they are.
To support terrorist groups in Somalia.
Right.
I mean,
so that might be the only angle that I'd be willing to hear is if it's orchestrated that way.
Right.
But my objection with it being Dem versus Republican, it feels like the Dems are trying to insulate the fraud from happening. Like, you're not able to question it. You're not allowed to
that's
investigate.
weird, right?
It's a really weird thing where I feel like Republicans are like, get them. Maybe,
but you know what I think
is,
that goes back to? That goes back to Trump, and it goes back to the what's his name, the Justice Department, which is backed by Trump, going after him now.
Right.
And as soon as you throw the word Trump in there,
it becomes
whatever it is,
right.
the people who don't like him, I'm against it.
Right.
That's I mean, that's kind of what I think is going on.
But let's take a step back and realize that the hypocrisy is alive and well on both sides.
Yes.
Like with the Epstein files, like, is Trump on the list? Probably. I'm going to sit here and say probably. But the people on his side will defend him and say, no, he would never be on that list. He's amazing. He's the greatest person ever. And he never does anything wrong. It's just there is hypocrisy on both sides.
Oh, 100%. But fraud is fraud. Like the left and the right together should be like, we need to eliminate fraud. That's our money.
Right. Yeah.
Going to things that aren't real.
Unless your hand is also in that till, then you would absolutely not want to investigate the fraud.
Yeah. The left and right should both get together and be like, hey, any of you weirdos that are on the Epstein list, you got to go. But they don't, because all of them are on the list.
Yeah.
You see a theme here?
Yeah.
but what's amazing to me, like with the Somali post and the daycare thing, is we had people attacking us from the left saying, you guys support like are against the Somalians, and that's not the case. I was confused. I get confused by some of the way we get attacked sometimes with some of our posts. I get really confused because I'm like, where are you coming up with this?
The internet loves to try. I mean, and just all the crazy people on each side try and say, okay, you agree with this one thing. That means you are on their team and you're very far right.
Yeah,
and you're
it's
a racist,
weird.
Nazi, bigot, crazy person. And then the right's the same way, where they try and say, oh, you want free healthcare, or you want, to revolutionize the healthcare system. You're a crazy blue-haired trans person.
Yeah, it's weird.
Wants to let all of the kids get sex changes. Like there is no in between.
I guess it's just my personal. I struggle with that because. Yeah. Like I said, I love it. Draw a line, and it's like you pick one. Like you have all the topics on one, on like left and right topics.
Yeah,
you pick one topic.
Right.
You support one topic.
Right.
All of a sudden, you are a right wing nut job. Or you support left. You are a. Like I'm like.
Have you ever looked at all those charts, or have you ever looked at the chart that's like, okay, you take all of the people in the United States and you put them up on that spectrum.
Yeah.
Where do you think a majority, like left being super, super, super crazy Dem, right being super, super, super crazy?
They're all in the middle, right?
Where does the United States, where's the bell curve at, where a majority of the United States
probably,
left or right?
All right, I'm going to say slightly right leaning.
What do you think, Joe?
That's about right.
Yeah, slightly right leaning.
That would be my guess.
Like middle of the road conservative.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, that's what the United States is. We're like, hey, shoot your guns, fire off your fireworks, smoke your weed, but it's like independent freedom.
We've taken those tests before.
Right.
You did good, dog. What did I do? I don't know what that is. I took the test before, and I was actually left leaning. And it's probably because of my drug stance and everything else, but I was left leaning.
Right.
I think
I was 51 So that would be right.
I was more
It's
left.
wild.
I was more left than you, which was
Mhm.
surprising.
Yeah, but that my critique was like, if they asked me questions about big business and what the government should do about big business, which they didn't, it would have pushed me left.
Yeah.
100%. That in the healthcare system, bro. I'm
that's-
getting farther
that's
left
like
as I get more
When people on
exhausted.
Facebook are like, "You're a Trumper," I'm like, dude, you have no idea what you're talking
You know,
about.
and then the thing is, like, people love to claim voting history. Go look at our voting history.
I'm
We're
independent,
independents.
100%
Yeah,
independent.
I will never be a part of your stupid teams.
Yeah, never.
Yeah. And then you get made fun of as being a fence sitter. They'll say, I'm just going to put my head down in the sand and not take a side. And then my response, which I love, is we determine the elections. We're more important than
you are,
stupid teams, because you two teams have to fight over us and pull us one way or the other.
Yep.
And that's what determines the elections. So yes, I am more important than you at being a fence sitter. Make me pick your side.
So I got a question. Have you guys looked into Act Blue at all?
Is that
All right, this is
is that like Project Blue Book with the aliens?
no. This is conspiracy, but not one of those conspiracies.
Of course it is.
So I got to protect myself because we don't know that any of this is true. Everything coming out of my mouth could be completely
You're
speculative.
such a conspiracy theorist, dude.
Act Blue is a Democrat sort of like lobbying or PAC group. Okay. And the charge is that they are using social securities and identities of other people to collect money from donors and make distributions to political campaigns.
Okay.
And sort of like, if you ever looked yourself, obviously you haven't. Let me look you up and see if you've ever made a campaign donation.
What if
There
it's
are
like Isaac Schuster, $1 million to the left?
Luke Schuster.
I don't even have that kind of money,
Luke
bro.
Schuster, $1 million to the United States Nazi Party.
It is so
Joe Danyi, $1 million to the Andrew Jackson.
all right. I'm gonna look you up and see if
You can look us up personally.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever made a donation to anybody like that.
Well, you may have.
I
and-
might have signed some document in college and given them $5.
Well, I'm going to look.
There is no way we're donors. I don't give money. Yeah, there is no way.
I'm too cheap. I'm too cheap for that shit. How to buy
and it is
Chipotle.
Luke or
Schuster.
Lucas.
Luke, just Luke.
Luke.
Hey, donate now, Joe.
Oh,
Support Open Secrets. Luke Schuster. I'm curious to see what pops
Okay.
up. Kansas City.
$2?
That's
You
not me.
son of a bitch.
I didn't give anybody.
You were given money in Kansas.
Kansas City.
You're not employed. Austin Loreno. What is that?
Yeah, I've never donated money to a politician. There's no way.
It's like
Isaac. No results
you don't
found.
even exist.
I don't even exist, bro.
So did somebody steal? That's just by name.
Somebody
there
else
could
has
be
the
a-
name
Yeah,
Luke
there's
Schuster.
another Luke
Yeah.
Schuster out there.
What about
somewhere.
you, Joe?
I'm gonna look it up on the official.
Joe
Alt-
doesn't want to do a
The
search.
alt-right We Hate Gay People campaign.
Joe Danyi, we hate gay people. Pack.
I love you.
Joe Danyi, white America.
I Hate Tall People Fund.
All right, Luke made to Act Blue. You're gonna see Act Blue come up a lot
Luke
in these
Schuster.
really small donations.
What is that? I don't know. I don't
Employer
even understand
University
what I'm
of
looking at.
Colorado. This is just names though. Like there are other Luke Schusters. I've looked on Facebook. There are some very nice.
Ooh,
Luke
somebody
Schusters.
put
Do you ever look on
$1,000
for Isaac? Is there any Isaac Schusters on Facebook, Isaac? Do you ever look at?
I don't think so.
Like Isaac doesn't even exist anywhere. Your namesake has never done anything.
I'm never going to donate to the stupid.
Isaac's kind of a
organizations.
weird name though. There's not a lot of Isaacs.
I don't know. Our mailman.
That is
Oh,
never
okay.
mind. Yeah, I guess it's more Isaacs in this room than Luke's.
It's definitely religious.
Let's see if I've ever donated to anybody.
So what website is this?
This
Nothing.
is the federal.
You got to put Joe in there, dude.
Federal Election
FEC,
Commission. So you
yeah.
can do it. See if you ever donated. There are a lot of Act Blues though, huh?
So, my dad, right?
Steven?
My dad has never in a million years would ever give to a Democrat. A Democrat.
But
agency.
does he live in Florida?
made two. What
Did he? Does he live in Florida?
is that? What was it? Oh, okay. Never mind. It's different. Stephen Danny then.
We need it by like social or something. Date of
Yeah.
birth. Date of birth. That would, if you go name and date of birth, that would do it. Is there a
See
date
if
of
I
birth?
can put Ohio in there.
Zip code.
State.
Yeah, this your search thing sucks, Jeff.
445, whatever. Your zip code.
Nope. I don't. Yeah. So they're taking money. Republicans investing to act blue and came up empty, is what Julie said.
You freaking people, just always trying something, aren't you?
Always.
You should look into today's. I've looked into the local data. 10,000 plus in donations coming from elderly people on the south side going to the Dem candidates across the country.
Yeah.
It's called compensate parties. Forget that. Yeah. Huh.
It's just, I wish, the left loves to say that
You're very right today, by the way.
I'm about to tell you I'm left. The left loves to use Norwegian countries as a shining example of what we should be in terms of socialism and all that good stuff. They are so very strongly anti-fraud and anti-corruption. I wish we were like that. The people are very much, if you do anything wrong, we vote you out immediately. But we just make excuses for our leaders all the time. Both sides, excuses all the time. If they screw up, they need to be out immediately.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
We need to be more strict as voting public on these stupid loser politicians.
Yep. I agree. And the thing is, you got to remember, too, that I don't think these politicians are more than likely are getting fed by these companies.
Mm-hmm.
They might not know or they might not know that the money's coming in from it. But
dude, I'm telling you, riot in the streets, or not riot in the streets, protest in the streets.
Well,
no term limits or term
Good
limits.
catch, by the way.
Term limits and take money out of politics. Give them a bigger salary, pay them $500,000 a year, but there is no reason they should be making millions of dollars off of $170K a year salary.
And that's where your investigations start.
Effing reason.
Forensically audit it, find out where that money came. You're going to find that it's stock trades and whatever, but you're also going to find that these kickbacks and money flowing in from NGOs and the political.
It hurts our industry. It hurts our ability.
Everything.
It hurts our ability to grow our own technology and get better, because there might be other alternatives to oil, but you're never going to, the leaders are never going to let that stuff fly when oil is paying them all kinds of money to not pass those bills. It's hurting us in our ingenuity as a country, in our creativeness as a country. They need to fix this problem, and they'll never vote it in.
Julie said 100%, Isaac. I believe in the laws, juries, and judicial system. Joe doesn't.
Why don't I? I think I believe
You're
in
a
it.
dick, Joe.
Why
Sorry, and
Julie,
Julie, I don't. If there's one person who doesn't like lawyers and judges, it's me. I don't think I'm on
No
your team
kickbacks, no stock trading, term limits for sure. Yes, too many rich fingers. Yes, no kickbacks, no stock. The stock trading too.
And then and then people are like, well, it doesn't matter. It does not matter, because then you're just going to have every Clinton out there going to give a speech, and they're being paid $50 million to give a speech. Cool. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Like, we'll work on that form of corruption. Or like Hillary Clinton's going to become a painter, and they're going to buy a painting off of her, which is like a stick figure for $100. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We need to stop these stupid politicians from profiting off of industry.
100%.
Did you see Rubio said that they're not going to send money through NGOs to other countries? If we want to help countries, we're going to send it directly from us directly to the country and cut that whole level out of the equation.
How are we going to do that? How are they going to cut that
Direct
out?
payments?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How are they going to stop that?
Stop what? NGOs?
Yeah.
They're going to shut them down. They're going to stop funding them.
Wow.
I'm seriously debating on once a month, like 9 a.m., going out and standing in front of the courthouse with a sign that says term limits.
I'll join you.
Let's do it.
We should seriously do it.
Let's do it.
And just like, hey, we're going, this is something that needs to become, you want to march in the streets about no kings? This is the way you stop no kings.
Yeah.
Term limits, stop. We're going to get shot is what's going to end up happening. But
Constitutional Convention was in the news again the other day. Let me see how
term limits, no more national politicians investing in the stock market. How do we write that we put it on a sign? Those two things.
So are you okay with protesters?
Yeah, of course.
Joe, are you okay with
It's our
protesters?
God-given right.
I am okay with protesters.
Yes. Protest whatever the hell you want. I'm just talking about protesting.
What about the guy saying die to America or death to the United States?
I think he's allowed to protest because of freedom of speech, but I also think he's a butthole.
Fair.
Like I think you're a butthole if you write death to America on a sign. You're a turd. You're a giant turd loser, and you don't know what you're talking about.
I guarantee the two people that had those signs, I'm going to go out on a limb. those two people live in their parents' basements. I would bet big money they don't own a house. They're losers and they live in their parents' basement because they don't even understand. United States gives them the freedom to do that. You take those two people. Let's take those two people that are saying death to America.
Yeah.
Put them in Venezuela. Put them in Colombia. Put them in Cuba and say death to Cuba, death to China, death to.
See what happens.
See what happens.
And like those
tough
people
ass.
that say that stuff, like, I don't think they've traveled. I don't think they've seen poor parts of the world.
I wonder if they're just like, let's go piss people off. That's the other thing too.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember being that teenager that did that shit too. Like, just.
And I also want to say, because we're getting close here, the reason I posted the picture of Bob Hagan protesting with those people was not because I'm against protesting and Isaac. We would be hypocrites if we were against protest because we literally, this is what we just we protest.
Some of the stuff that Bob Hagan has said, which is why he's not elected anymore, are not cool, man.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff he's said about veterans.
So
about,
the problem with him,
good.
and if you remember this, I don't know, this is OG stuff here. He was attacking veterans that were speaking out against him on Facebook.
Yeah.
Literally attacking them. Literally attacking them.
Your dad,
we went after Hagan hard, and he blocked us like a little bitch that he is.
Right.
You remember that?
We got to be careful because he's no longer elected.
No,
official.
he's still. You can still
person.
talk about him because he was an elected official.
Oh, really? You're allowed to do that?
100%.
So, did you ever run for election?
Have I or will I?
Have you ever?
No.
But he's a
consider
public
it.
figure, though, so we can talk about it.
When you do run for election,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just want you to say it. I'm just going to say it now.
We're gonna go protest against you.
So
That's awesome.
Joe Danyi is a racist.
I want to run for you and me.
No, Joe. They're going to pull clips. So there's some intern is going to go through and watch all of the shit that we posted and like take sound bites of us saying absolutely ridiculous things. Like here's Joe Danyi. He loves
Joe
it.
Danyi.
Can you believe he loves Andrew Jackson and slavery?
And I would say, I'll double down on it. I would say, if I could have a running mate, someone to run as my VP, it would be Andrew Jackson.
Jeez, so bad.
What
Julie
about
says that Joe questions every judge and jury decision if he decides it's liberal. You're half right. I question everything.
Yeah.
Not just if it's liberal across the board.
I think people like Julie. No offense, Julie. I'm gonna talk about you for a second. They only hear their side, so they can fight against you. And I think that's true with us because like we post both ways. I mean, we are equal opportunity shitsters.
Yeah.
And the people only hear the stuff they disagree with and get pissed at.
Right. Like I watch both CNN and Fox News and I'm like, okay, let's watch and see how these two are going to skew
100%
to their like, and I just try and pick it apart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is right wing. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to figure out how they're skewing it. I'm going to watch this news channel and I'm going to figure out and watch how they're skewing it. So, but I think there are people that go home at night. They're like, CNN knows what they're talking about. And then they just take those list of talking points.
Yeah.
Oh, Fox News knows what I'm going to take those talking points.
Oh,
and then they
100%.
just regurgitate.
Yeah, 100%.
Just regurgitate what your team tells you to say.
On Facebook, those are the people that I call the party sheep, man. They are sheep that just hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Well, we mock Trump. We mock Biden.
Yeah.
Democrats mock Trump, but they laid down cover fire for Biden. That is the significant difference. They feel like
I think it goes the other way though. The Trump supporters lay down cover fire for Trump and talk shit on the like. I think it's both
but I'm
ways.
not one of them. You guys are not one of them.
Hypocrisy on both sides, man.
No offense taken, Julie. You're nice.
Julie's awesome.
I like Julie. Yeah. What about the protesters outside Planned Parenthood with explicit pictures on the signs?
Yeah, I think if you're doing shit like that and it's like explicit, it's messed up. But I think
you're allowed.
Yeah.
Just
like the church people that are like the gays are going to burn in hell. Those signs.
You're allowed, but guess what? I'm allowed to call you a piece of shit for doing it.
Right. Exactly.
I'm like you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. Go crazy.
Go crazy.
God bless
but
America.
I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to sit on my microphone and I'm going to call you an asshole.
Right.
Just like everybody calls us assholes.
Yep.
It's that simple. Stupid.
You know what? I saw a video that I like got physically angry at was this video breaking down like Turning Point USA and like just belittling the organization. Not that I'm like the biggest Turning Point fan in the world or anything, but I'm just like, they're just like, oh, it's propaganda for the right. And this is why it makes sense. This is why it's gotten so much attention. It's just dumbed down and all the Republicans are stupid. And it's like the reason Charlie Kirk and Turning Point, his organization, got so much attention is because he was speaking about something he believed in, and you went and you assassinated him in front of thousands and thousands of people, and
Made a
was
martyr.
filmed.
Made a martyr. Yep.
And it's like, it doesn't have to do with anything that he was saying. You took him out for what he was saying.
Yeah.
So then what does that do? That makes him the number one Googled person in the world, because if somebody's going to get shot for what they believe in and killed in front of thousands of people, then people are going to wonder what he was saying. So you took him out, and that's why he became. It has nothing. It almost has nothing.
I'm going to give you an example. Our uncle, hard left, Uncle Pete,
Yes.
hard left, originally was saying, again, terrible things about Charlie Kirk, and I got pissed at him. When he got shot, like terrible, terrible things. Because of all the stuff, he went out and started listening to it.
Yeah.
I was at his house the other day, and he said to me, I want to let you know I was wrong.
I watched some of his stuff. He seemed like a very God-fearing man, which a lot of that shit happened. A lot of that.
And this is our uncle, single, no kids, hard left, welder, you know what I mean? And he literally said, he's like, he had a lot of good points. And I didn't agree. And I was like, whoa.
And if you go like, and I think people did this, a lot of the stuff that the talking points of the left was taken out of context.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, 100%.
Like, and some of the stuff he said, was it wrong? Yes, 100%.
But some of the stuff, I didn't agree with everything he said either. No way.
But,
there was some nasty stuff he said too. Yeah.
But a lot of it was taken out of context. And it's like, I don't care what side you're on. You cannot go out and assassinate people publicly for what they believe. It's messed up.
We covered everything today.
Really
Good job. We covered it all. What do you want to post today to piss people off? Anything?
I think our business model for what we were talking about yesterday was really good.
Our business model?
Yeah, we were talking about it on the phone. I used to work in the trucking industry, and there were these things called lot lizards. Does anybody know what lot lizards are?
Do you know what a lot lizard is?
Joe, what's a lot lizard?
Not great looking prostitutes that
hang out at
from
truck
semi to
stops.
semi.
Isaac said lot lizard yesterday on the phone. I almost died.
So
I was like, wait, a lot lizard? And he explained it. I almost died.
The truck drivers I used to dispatch around America used to get STDs from hooking up with lot lizards. Okay. So
lot lizards.
They used to hook up with prostitutes at truck stops. And I was like, here's what we do, guys. We make we find high quality women to become lot lizards and hook up.
This
with
is our business plan we came up with. This is
high
legit.
quality, high priced lot lizards. By night, they're lot lizards. By day, they are daycare facilities.
Vertical integration.
Running our Somali daycare in downtown Youngstown.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's no kids there. They don't have to do anything. They just kind of sit there
they're
strung out on drugs.
They're going to be strung out sleeping because they were busy the night before.
So that they can get out there and make some goddamn money at the truck stops throughout Youngstown. We are in a perfect location for this job, too, because we are in between Pittsburgh, in between Cleveland. There's you know, all kinds. We're just a hop, skip, and a jump from the coast. We are a hub for lot lizards.
Listen, you lost my investment money when you said high price. I think that's what's going to undo this.
Okay.
Is there such a thing as a high priced lot lizard? It's kind of like going.
Give me. I want to make sure this isn't a subject.
Listen.
High class lot lizard.
While simultaneously, we're gonna pimp. Guys, we're gonna be pimps. It's gonna work. I'm telling you.
All right. So
proof business model.
Listen.
What
driver comes up? He's used to a $5 BJ. Comes to your new lot. $5 BJ. What's the new offer? Like he's gonna get some inflation.
Double 10.
Listen, I'm gonna be like, sir,
$10 BJ.
Sir, listen.
Yes.
This lot lizard is gonna have all of her teeth. I know you haven't seen that in a minute. All of her teeth, guaranteed. That's gonna be my guarantee.
Joe,
yes.
I wish I could say and everybody at home, I wish I could say this conversation did not happen and Isaac is making it up right now, but I promise you this was 100%
on our brokerage, like
on our company business call.
Monday phone call.
This is the conversation we have.
We can sling mortgages and we can sling real estate, or hear me out. We invest in prostitutes and
This was
Somali
This is
daycare.
our business
But it was
daycare.
his idea. As a leader, you're taking serious. There's no such thing as a bad idea.
Go to the comments real fast before we get
Yeah.
out of here, Joe. Sorry, let's
listen,
get out of here.
you can think it's dumb. I'm telling you what. They thought
Julie said, "Please disregard my last statement." Good show, better than diss and bodily functions. Then you went into it. Please disregard my last.
Thanks for being here.
statement."
Thanks for being here, Julie. I enjoy proving you wrong sometimes, you know? I'm a little scared of what a lot lizard looks like that's blowing people for correction, BJ. It was $5.
Julie, we almost made it.
listen,
we almost made it
We
today. It
double
was
that
so
number up to
close.
$10 and we give her 17th instead of 2.
Here's
And
the thing. Someone's going to watch a show for the first time today, and they're going to be like, you know what? These guys, Isaac pulls out facts about Venezuela. Joe's doing, they're all giving their people. What a great show. These guys are really professional and really good. And then boom!
and bring her home with lot lizards and Somali
Lot
daycares.
lizards.
They start writing up their syndication proposal.
Yeah,
for you, and they're
the
like, "Trash,
the
trash,
radio station was like, these guys are so good. Oh my God. All right, let's get out of here, Isaac. We got stuff to do.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you. If you haven't already, go down below. Give the MLO Bros a follow. Give us a like. We have 14 likes right now. 51 people still watching. Also, go follow Youngstown Studio. Go follow Joe. Go follow BJ. Go follow Kellen. Go follow everybody.
Oh, guy's calling you to do a podcast.
Who is?
A guy's calling you to do a podcast.
I am so damn tired of just holding up this entire organization. But if you need to buy a house, if you need to sell a house, if you need financing for said house, call us. We're loan officers. We're real estate agents. We're licensed. We're actually legit. Okay.
We're good at our jobs,
Also, if
too.
you want to start a podcast, call Joe Danyi. He'll help you come down here, start a podcast.
Rates?
Why are you drawing a feather?
I don't know. Rates?
It started out as a dick, didn't it? It started out as a cock and balls, and then you turned it into a feather because you felt bad.
I hope Julie went off and started her day. I hope she's not there anymore.
Rates have dropped a lot.
Where are we at right now?
We're
average 30
low
here for-
sixes, 5 somewhere in there.
Ooh, we're getting close to
So if
5,
you're in the
baby.
if you're in the 7s, call us to refi because I'll tell you it's there. It might jump up. I don't know because if we go to war or crude oil drops, I don't know.
Or we get attacked by China and Russia because we did something
that's gonna.
stupid.
If we get attacked by China and Russia, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not an expert, but those rates are going to go up.
Are they going to go up? Will they come down because we're in a bad situation?
No, it's just say mass inflation
I
and
don't
all
think-
kinds of stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, like, yeah,
That's how that would work?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty
I
sure.
thought like we go to war, they lower the rates because nobody's financing.
Is it okay? If we go to war in like Russia or China, yes. If they attack us on U.S. soil, we're going to have some problems.
Listen, let me tell you,
You
they
got
will
nukes
never.
popping off in Cleveland. Nobody's refinancing.
So we're not worried about
We're in a
refinancing.
bunker. We're in a bunker.
So when they attack us, the nukes are. We
Good
don't
news. Good news, though,
I
guys.
know the
Call
nukes
us
went
now.
up.
Put on your rad suits. Come down to my office right now. We'll get you
can
signed up.
We do it all online. Do it from your bunker.
The good news is nobody's going to bomb Youngstown. We're just going to get the nuclear fallout.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're good.
Nobody's
You're
going
good
to
for
attack
like
us.
30
We
days
ain't got shit down here.
before your skin
They're
melts.
not going to. Yeah, we're just going to be. It's going to be fallout. We're going to be prime real estate for survival.
If it's fall, I'm going to be such a warlord in the post-nuclear apocalypse. I'm totally.
You're
taking
buying
over.
up property.
That's
everywhere.
why.
Oh, I'm a
That's
warlord.
why we
A
need
warlord.
to get lot lizards now, so that when the end of the world comes, we already have our prostitutes ready to make us money and resources.
Goodbye. Can we leave, please?
We're
I'm
out
so sorry, everybody. Hey, we'll see you guys on Friday, 9 a.m. Good God.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook.